We're back now with a great story. An Afghan war vet seriously hurt on the front lines returned to the U.S. without his beloved Army combat dogs, specifically trained to sniff out bombs. Well, after years apart, they are back together again. Let's bring in Will Thomas now to tell us how it all happened. Will?
Hi, Sean. You know, if you have a dog, they truly become part of your family. You might say your best friend. Well, imagine training with your dog for years, being sent to war, and then you're hurt and the Army permanently separates you from the dog. For the couple you're about to meet, no was not an answer they were prepared to accept.
It's really a matching of personalities between the dog and the handler, so we ended up just clicking, and then she was mine from then on.
Army Specialist Josh Tucker and his English black lab named Ellen. They were a team on the front lines in Afghanistan from 2010 to 2011. Tucker helped train Ellen to become a specialized search dog.
Our main mission was IEDs and caches. Every time we went out, we were right out in front. Anytime we went somewhere, we were searching. I'm still here, so I'm imagining we were fairly successful with the IEDs, and she was very good at what she did.
But a rollover accident sent Specialist Tucker back to the U.S. and eventually to Walter Reed National Military Medical Center with a head injury. Specialist Tucker also suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. His wife knew they had to be reunited.
Every night he would tell me, but I miss her. You know, I never got to say goodbye. I just want to say goodbye to her.
The Tuckers soon discovered the Army wasn't redeploying Ellen with a new handler, so they wanted to adopt her.
She wasn't bonding with anyone else. From what everyone that I knew in the working dog community was telling me, she was just sitting in a run, and if that's the case, why not be sitting at our house?
Enter Arizona Congresswoman Kyrsten Sinema from the Tuckers' home-based district. Her office worked to make the adoption possible, but it wasn't easy.
Were you surprised that you originally got a no from the Army?
I was really surprised. You know, when we first got the call from Specialist Tucker and his wife, we were happy to help. We filed letters, we called, and when we got the denial, we were very surprised.
Fewer than 6 months later, the efforts of the Tuckers and the Congresswoman paid off.
Good girl.
The Army agreed to allow the adoption to take place.
Specialist Tucker, like many post-9/11 GI vets, suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, and the evidence is very clear that pet therapy is an effective form of treatment. And in particular for Specialist Tucker, Ellen's also his best friend. Ellen, Ellen.
March 27th, the reunion between Specialist Tucker and his best friend finally happened. Cell phone video captured that moment.
It was like she was real again, you know what I mean? Like I felt more complete, you know what I mean? Because I finally had that part of my life that had been so important, that had been such a big part, back.
The Tuckers have another reunion tomorrow with that Congresswoman who helped make this all possible.
I mean, just what an incredible story to see that image there on the end with them being reunited like that. Why would anyone try to fight this or keep this apart?
Well, you know, good question. And I think, you know, they made the point to me very clear. If Ellen could have been deployed with a new handler, they would have said, fine, hands off. Because I found a statistics that says for every day a military dog works, they save up to 33 lives. So the Tuckers were like, no, 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 no. If Ellen could work again, we get it. Okay. But apparently she wanted to be back with Specialist Tucker. And you could see after a couple of years, it was like, you know, no time had passed.
Yeah.
You can go online and look at videos. Dogs are reuniting with their owners after years, and these dogs know. They know. You know, anyone who thinks they forget, they don't.
I think that's really incredible.
Yeah, and it's really a step beyond, you know, the relationship that many of us have with our own dogs. When you are training with them day in and day out, you are traveling overseas, you're on the front lines of a war. I mean, that dog really becomes part of you.
Absolutely.
That's what Specialist Tucker said. So it's great to see this happy ending.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We wish you guys all the best. Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
You bet.